What is up, visuals, and welcome back to another solo visual guy podcast with me, Dan. Chris isn't here, and why isn't Chris here? Well, it's because I thought I'd do this podcast alone, because I love the dude, but he has no input on anything. He tries to get in where he can, but he just sort of ums and ahs and says, well, I'm not sure, I haven't watched that, I didn't know about that. But I'm going to talk about what's going to go down in the Infinity War. It's going to be two films. Originally it was going to be called Infinity War Part 1, Part 2. I think they've changed names, but anyway, there's going to be some stuff that goes down. There's going to be some deaths. There's going to be some more team bonding, team having to come together. There's going to be some alien invasion goodness. There's going to be some spider goodness. So I thought I'd just give you my little thoughts on what I think is going to go down, have a crack about it. So hopefully you guys can let us know in that place where the comments live, which is called down below. And that actually come together quite nicely. What's going to go down? I want your thoughts and opinions. We've seen the trailer, we've still got Black Panther to come, so once that's over and done with, we're ready for Infinity War. No, I don't mean over and done with as in like, fuck you Black Panther, we don't want to watch it. I definitely want to watch it, it looks amazing, it looks beautiful. But obviously we're mainly kicking off from Civil War, and the team's still divided. We had the cutscene where Cap rescues his teammates that have been captured, and are still locked up. Iron Man's off doing his own thing, but Thanos is going to come. We see Iron Man, he's teamed up, we've got Bruce Banner there, we've got Doctor Strange there, Wong's there. So we know that they're going to get hit first by the looks of it, because it looks as if Thanos is going to come to New York first. Cap's over in Uganda fighting a war with Black Panther. So maybe they fight him on that front, and then Tony Stark and that have got Thanos on this front. So it's kind of playing in weird who I think is going to die and what's going to happen. So we've got Thanos, he comes and invades, he takes on New York and stuff. Maybe one of them Avengers or teammates, they die, which means that brings Cap back with Black Panther and stuff from Uganda. But at the same time, the Hulk's fighting that war in Uganda, but Bruce Banner's with Tony Stark, Iron Man. So wherever he goes, unless it's quite crazy and confusing because there's so much going on. What maybe will go down, Thanos attacks, well we know that's definitely going to go down. Thanos attacks, Spider-Man and that's there, they're the first line of defense. Bruce Banner he gets himself away because maybe Tony Stark sends him away, says, listen, we need you to go tell Cap about this, even though they must know about this because they're dealing with this threat, this alien invasion, which is also come along with Thanos. But then another thing is, why would you send Bruce Banner away when you've got the Hulk, who's one of your best weapons to defend off Thanos? It's going to be confusion of how but the team need to come back together no matter who's fighting which war on what front at which time or whatever. The team need to come together. Thanos is going to pummel all of the superheroes in this. That's without a doubt, he's going to do it, and he's going to kill off a couple, and that's what ultimately brings the team together. That's going to be what happens. Now the predictions of what's going to happen. Oh, I'll quickly mention as well the scene with Guardians. I think 4. He gets attacked by one of Thanos' ships, or if not Thanos' ship himself, and that's why he gets stranded, he's left out in space, picked up by the Guardians, and that's how they let him know the crack. They go to Earth together, then they meet up with the rest of the team. That's going to have to play out that way, surely. So that's how Thor and that gets involved. I think Thor could be one of our casualties in this. I think, not to say that it's time for Thor to die, or I want Thor to die. I think he's the one that I could maybe live with the most. I'm not sure. I don't know. I think even maybe Loki will die. You just write off the Asgard part of this MCU altogether and maybe come back to it later on. The obvious one is Captain America. We've seen Captain America die a couple of times in the comic books, and then Cap's death happens and Tony Stark will be like, all right, that's it. We need to band together. I've lost a friend. We'd recently fallen out. But I remember saying to Captain America, Steve Rogers saying to Tony Stark, we'll always answer the call when you need us. Maybe this is the call he's going to answer because of Tony Stark's death, Iron Man's death. Again, I don't think the MCU want to lose RDJ and Tony Stark. I think that will be their biggest loss. Plus, we've still got the father relationship between him and Spider-Man to develop. I don't think they're going to give a death to Spider-Man. And there again, Spider-Man could maybe use Tony Stark's death for the future, for the whole morale boost and teaching moments, and this is what I've lost. It's a tricky one. I think Thor's going to be one of our casualties. I think all the Guardians are fine. Vision, I know he gets his gem ripped out of him. Don't think he's going to die. I think in the long run he's going to be alright. Scarlet Witch is going to be alright. I've seen people say Hawkeye and Black Widow, but I don't think I hate to say it, I don't think their deaths would put too much of an impact on the whole scenario, the whole situation. I think in the long run they're going to be all right, but they would be the more realistic ones to die because you got Thanos and you got Hawkeye and Black Widow. As much as they are awesome, they're not going to do too much. Spider-Man won't die, 100% won't die, not going to happen. Black Panther definitely won't die, Ant-Man definitely won't die. We've got Ant-Man and the Wasp still to come anyway. Hulk's not going to die, they're not going to kill off the Hulk. I think the most likely ones, I'm going to stick with my original, Captain America's going to die. I've read stuff about Chris Evans not wanting to do, not wanting to do anymore, but stopping for a while, not doing anymore. Will they pull off their two biggest pieces on the board for the, you know, actor-wise and character-wise, and Captain America and Tony Stark, will they kill them both off? I don't think so. If the characters and actors are moving on for the next line of MCU stars to come through, like the Black Panthers and Spider-Mans, would they kill them off and then they could shine? Maybe they'll kill off the original 4 or 3, not including Hulk. Maybe they'll kill 4, Iron Man and Cap. I'm debating myself now. Before I started this podcast, I had a lot that I thought I knew, and I thought I thought it out really well, but it's just clearly not happened. You kill off Iron Man, it's going to impact everybody. You kill off Captain America, it's going to hurt and destroy everybody, probably on the biggest scale. And the same with Thor, but Thor's just returning. He's lost Mjolnir, he's lost his eye. Spoiler alert there for you if you haven't seen Thor Ragnarok, I apologise. I'm going to say Thor and Captain America, actually. I think Thor and Captain America might bite the bullet in this one. They'll both be huge impacts. I think they've maybe run their course. Not for me, but in their eyes maybe, or in the future of the MCU, whoever it is doing all the writing for the future of it. And I think definitely Captain America's death would mean the most. And I think Thor would mean a lot as well to the team. And plus, if he kills Thor off early, they're like, oh my god, this guy just destroyed Thor quite easily. We'll see where that's going to go. That's how I think it's going to play out. And obviously, in the second film, after this has happened, the team's going to band together with the death of these characters, whoever they may be. And that's where they come back in and they just destroy Thanos and kick his ass. And it's not going to be an easy battle when they kick his ass, but they're going to do it in the end. And I don't think we're going to have any Fox X-Men related stuff just yet. It would be pretty cool if we could get Deadpool in there with Lady Death, because obviously Deadpool and Thanos are both in love with Lady Death. That would be pretty cool. But it's not going to happen. If Deadpool was in it, mint. We'd love to see him square off against Thanos like we have in the comic books, but on the big screen, it'd be fucking beautiful. But it's just not going to happen. But yeah, the second film's going to be about them fully coming together. They've realised the casualties of their loss. The loss of their casualties? Whatever the fucking terminology is. Come together and then finally defeat the big bad purple guy, Mr. Thanos, the Mad Titan himself. But yeah, so part 1 is just Thanos kicking everybody's ass. The team's sort of mixed matching it, still fighting battles on too many fronts. A death occurs, film ends. They come back bigger, badder and stronger and more unified and together for the second part of this installment, which I cannot wait for. So visuals, what are your thoughts? Let us know down below. And if you did like this podcast, if you did enjoy this podcast, smack the like button. We have a podcast come up every Sunday and Tuesday where we talk about anything that goes on in the world, from weird ass historical shit to theories to just Pokemon and superheroes and weirdness for visuals. More importantly, I'll keep being you and keep on keeping on.